Hi and welcome to Chat and That podcast, episode I think 38. We're getting a lot done. Today I've asked this person to come into the studio because I've heard many good things about him, and he's a good filmmaker, good movie maker, and he is the part of one of my favourite student films of all time, based on Pear. Please welcome Ethan. Woo!
Hello. I know by episode 38 the well is running dry now, so you have to call me into duty.
Yes. I have to get you on the show.
Right.
Basically, 90% of all these questions are based on Pear questions. So.
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
I'm ready. I'm so ready. All right.
We'll talk about based on Pear.
Yep.
I want to thank you all coming all the way down to be here.
All the way from sunny Southampton.
Southampton. Well, we got a train.
It's a
to
trek.
Walk.
It's a trek.
You didn't get Ed to come and collect you?
No, I wandered all the way from Southampton. Took me 2 days to get here.
Oh, it took you 2 days to get here. All right.
Yeah. I'm a wanderer.
Oh, you're a wanderer.
Yeah,
okay,
I wander the wastes in search of podcasts to infiltrate.
Right.
Yeah.
Podcast road trip. Yeah?
Exactly.
Turn them up. Yeah. Next, do Howard Stern, which is all the way in New York, and then
Sorry?
do Howard Stern, which is in New York.
Oh, I can make that.
Yeah.
I
Trek
walk
all the way. Yeah.
I will part the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to swim. But again, thank you for coming to
Pleasure
be
to be
here. We've had Matt Warlow, them on the show before.
The illustrious, elusive entity, Matt Warlow.
Yes. I think Matt is the first question I ask everyone on the show is how did we meet? But quickly, let's say, do you remember? Matt has one story which I can't remember because it's quite a while ago. Do you remember meeting Matt for the first time?
So, I mean, obviously, I probably would have seen them around first year of film, but I didn't really talk to them first year of film, which is crazy. And I think the first time I properly met Matt was in second year. They were asking around for help on this wacky idea, as usual, that they wanted help with, and I said I'd help. No, this is second year.
Oh, second year.
Round about beginning of second year, and they were like, "Oh, I want to film some buildings, and I want some people to talk." And I'm like,
"Yeah, that's
sure, yeah." Little did I know what I was getting into, but I didn't end up helping out. And then I had this side project that I asked them to help me with, and then the kind director that I am, I took the crew to the local Spoons, and we had a drink afterwards. And I think that was the first time I properly got to chat with Matt Warlow. And then I annoyed them with my wild film takes.
Oh, no.
And then I joined Based on Pear.
Yep.
And the rest is history.
You're just like a couple. You're like a couple.
We're an old married couple.
Yeah, you just talk about films.
Yeah,
and
get grumpy at each other and fight to the death sometimes.
Yeah, it's great seeing you two together. Sometimes.
Is it?
No.
Destruction in our wake.
Yeah, you just talk about films all the time. You have this connection. This is like a...
What can we do? What else is there in this world?
Yeah, film. I don't know. Television. How did we meet?
So, you came up with all of the first years when I was in third year. No, second year. You were in first year, but I didn't really meet you until third year.
No, you were in third year. I was in first year.
Oh, my memory's terrible.
But I think I probably saw you in the MMC or something.
And stuff. I was elusive to the MMC my first 2 years, and then the third year I went almost every day, so I made up for that. And you were about, and then I think there was just this lanky guy slinking in the background.
I think I remember I was friends with Matt first, and then they were talking about on the bus to Winchester what's called Winchester Film Festival.
Oh, sure.
And I said, what we do, and they said film, and it was like DILF. That was what it was called. The short thing was DILF.
Oh, yeah.
Dads I Like to Fuck.
The working name.
And I said, oh my God, that's such a great idea for a film. I love it. And then I saw pictures of you and Matt and everyone else at a restaurant. I saw Instagram posts. I want to be there. I want to be on DILF. I think I came up. She said, can I be on DILF, please? Please, I need to be on DILF.
You come up to me.
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
And it was the greatest, funniest experience.
Yeah.
I worked on... I swear I did 2 days. Yeah, I did the computer room.
Yep.
And I did the lamppost. If you haven't seen Based on Pear, you have to watch Based on Pear. I'm probably unhealthily obsessed with Based on Pear.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
I've seen The Shrine. in your room.
Yes. Alice, who did the sound and editing, she said, "Yeah, you probably needed a restraining order." I was like, "Yeah, I probably agree with you."
I'm working on that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I'll sign a paper later.
Good.
It's just so funny. My brother loved it. He laughed his ass off.
It's
my
just
mum loved it. It was.
It's insane to me that you've showed it to so many people now. Like people who I've never met have seen this movie.
Yeah.
Far and wide.
Yeah.
And it is for a little movie about someone who fucks a dad.
And his best friend's dad, but he doesn't know.
His best friend's dad. Yeah.
It's just such a simple concept, and I it's very, very funny, and I loved being on it, and So how did you get about? Let's just skip Space on Pair, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it
later on. How did you become? So when you joined Matt, there was 4 of you, wasn't there? Someone left in the second year.
We had someone attached as producer.
Yeah.
And they went through some problems, and they had to leave the group. But when I joined on, there was 3, and then I was coming on as cinematographer.
I love that GoFundMe video that you did.
Yes.
Sitting on the sofa, like
edited by yours truly.
Question, Ethan. I love it.
Yeah. And I remember the first time I heard about Based on Pair, it was in a Zoom call, and we were getting to know each other, and because we weren't properly friends yet, and Matt pitched the idea, and I was like, oh my god, I fell in love immediately, and I knew that we were onto something good.
Yeah, talk about the things that you had to do. Is there any moments that stick out while making Based on Pair?
Yeah, so
difficult bits and easy bits, and
the pre-production was hell. Because
Really?
I, as well as cinematographer, because we had someone drop out, I took on producer as well. So the logistics of that, and then me and Matt were going through rewrites, and we would lock ourselves in a room in the library and just spend all day. What? To be fair, mostly chatting about nothing at all, or movies, or listening to LCD Sound System on repeat. But we would do rewrites of Based on Pair, and
oh wow,
I would suggest some scenes, and then Matt would be like, "No, you're wrong. Get out of here. Get out of my office." And I was like, "Okay." But then some scenes got in there, and that's where that's magical.
Love it. It's like magical moments happening.
Yeah.
I was actually in the works to be one of the characters, but I'm glad I wasn't cast.
Who were you into? Oh, you were going to be either Sam or Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But I'm glad I didn't do it because the guy who played it was
great.
Way better.
Yeah.
So
Interesting tidbit about Based on Pair. The guy who played Sam is called Max.
Yeah.
And the guy who played Max is called Sam.
Was that on purpose?
No.
Was that just a coincidence?
That was a major coincidence of the people that we hired, and we only realized it after the fact that we hired them. It made on-set life hell.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like, we're struggling for character names, we'll just switch the names. Wow.
No, so on set we were like, okay, you're Max Sam and you're Sam Max. And that was even more difficult, but I was proud of the conjunction of the name, so I kept it.
That's crazy. I love... God, I could talk about Based on Pair for like hours and hours and hours. But I love the restaurant scene, how awkward that is, where he says, you're good, nice too, or whatever. The breadsticks, the lamp, the kissing. Oh God, that was so awkward.
Kissing.
I literally rolled on on the MMC floor when Matt showed me and crying because it was like the sound effects.
You should have been there for them recording it. Yeah. So I wasn't there for the recording.
Weren't there?
No, I was ill the entire shoot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, on one of the days I was almost like paralytic. I was just, and on the day where we shot that, I had to go home early and sleep right. Because there's a really funny story about the day before we shot that. Me, Matt, and Sean stayed up till like 2 a.m. watching the Oscars because the Oscars was on that night.
Yes. Funny you should say that. Matt asked me to tell.
Yeah,
to
because it's an insane thing that we did. We stayed up to like 2 or 4 a.m. and we were like, we got to be up at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I was sleeping on Matt's couch. And we stayed up to watch the Oscars just to watch All Quiet on the Western Front take it away from everybody. Absolute disappointment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
You're
then
insane.
The next day I was just sealed to the sofa. Like, all right, we're going to do this shot now, and then this shot.
Well, you were ill, and people. I've
Yeah.
seen. Well, I was on set like ages ago, and people said, "Oh, this person didn't do anything," and I found out no, that person was not you, but so that person was ill. So there's people say, "Oh, that person did nothing." Well, he was ill. I was ill doing something else. So,
but like
you did a lot of work with the.
I was really sad to not operate the camera.
Operate it. Yeah.
So because I was DOP, so I shot this most of the film, and Matt did some as well. Yeah, exactly. And figured out the logistics of every scene of how we would shoot it. That was what me and Matt would do. So most of my work as DOP was in pre-production. I was really sad that I didn't get to operate the camera because I really wanted to, but I was just again so wiped out that I wasn't able to.
How hard is it to make a comedy? Because based on Hair, you must find it hard to get the jokes, the writing, the jokes, and it can like crash. There wasn't any like jokes in there, but the writing was so kind of normal.
Well, it's a situational comedy, right? The situation that the characters find themselves in is funny because you just fucked your best friend's dad. and
that's what based on pair means in French, isn't it?
Based on pair, fuck your dad. So I often leaned on Matt for the comedy because I'm not a particularly funny writer.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a funny guy.
Thank you. Yeah, I take that as a compliment.
I thought you joined forces with the writing. Oh.
Yeah, so the lamppost scene was a scene that I wrote.
Oh, the fireflies.
Yeah, but the fireflies, that was my line, dancing in the night. So I'm quite a romantical writer. I write in sort of metaphorically in a lot of ways.
Oh, okay.
So that was like my additions to the script. Obviously, it's Matt's script. It's their script. They wrote the thing, but that little scene was a little piece of me in there, a little piece of my writing. But no, the comedy was mostly Matt because they're a very funny writer. Yeah. And I think we both came up with the idea because we were in love with a movie called Tampopo. Still are. It's one of our joint favorite movies of all time.
Oh yes.
And we were like, we need to get Sean Walsh in there eating spaghetti as like a nod to a very specific scene in the movie where an American is slurping on spaghetti. And that's how Sean Walsh came to be in that movie as himself slipping on them spaghettis.
What's that other film that Sean and Matt were obsessed with? Is it something called Something Blood? There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
I told you I would eat you. Yeah. They were obsessed with that at the time. But luckily, I don't think it made it into the movie.
No.
Thank goodness.
I'm trying to think of more based on pair questions. But I think we'll have to move on.
That's all right.
That's a shame. Are you like Sean and Matt, whether you go to you trek on the train to go and see films that are weird? Because I heard Matt and Sean, they both went to see Lyle the Crocodile to purely see it.
That is a ridiculous pilgrimage for such a movie. But I have made such journeys before, yes. The Batman in 2022, the Robert Pattinson one. That's
not a bad trek. I mean,
I took the trip to London to go see it in the Leicester Square IMAX, which is like the biggest screen in the UK.
Wow.
And that was a really good pilgrimage.
But have you done pilgrimage? Have you done travels where the film's just
for
crap?
A pointless movie?
Yeah, like
never. I don't see bad movies.
Oh, good.
That's my track record.
Really?
Never seen a bad movie in my life.
The funny thing about you and Matt is that you're both obsessed with pirated DVDs.
Well,
you came into the horror film festival and you're like, "Look what we've got!" And I went, "Oh my god, what the hell is this? What was in it? It was like a different DVD."
So there was 2 copies of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, which just so happens to be my favorite movie of all time. And Matt was in a charity shop, and I think they saw these and they bought them for me. One was just like those typical burned DVDs.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they just put it in there, and an obviously printed copy of the DVD cover. And there's a yellow version and a purple version. We call it Purple Lord of the Rings. Right. And as you open it up, it says Lord 3 written in like permanent marker. Lord 3. Yeah.
What was the other disc? Was it like?
It's just like Lord of the Rings.
No, I swear there was like a different DVD that had nothing to do with.
Oh, so this was one that Matt had of. They'd bought a particular movie and it had The Departed in it instead of the movie that they bought.
Oh yeah.
And this was from CEX actually.
Oh dear.
Yeah, CEX, you fucked up. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah, sure.
You fucked up.
Fucked up. Let's talk a bit more about you.
Okay. This is scary.
Where did this fascination of films come from? Because you're like
okay.
encyclopedic. You've got
really?
knowledge of everything. Like with Matt, where did this happen? Like, did
Well-
someone shove? Like I always say to everyone, someone shove a DVD and shove
Yeah,
it
shoved it in my mouth and I consumed film.
You ate it.
Yeah, no. I think it comes from when I was a lot younger. I would watch movies with my dad, and that was how we bonded a lot. We watched Back to the Future, the entire trilogy, which are all perfect films, and I will die on that hill. All three.
Yeah.
And we watched movies like Rocky, and then edit that out.
Yeah. Cut.
And then, so my stepdad showed me the Lord of the Rings trilogy when I was about 5 or 6 years old.
It's very young.
And I watched these movies and they just swept me away. And I've said this time and time again. That was when I knew I loved movies.
Wow.
It took a long time for me to really invest in my hobby, but that was when I knew that I fucking love movies. Like, Lord of the Rings I think, are the best movies of all time. The sweeping scale of them, the return on your investment from watching the first in terms of dialogue, and the way that the characters advance and call back and set up things that are going to happen, that really just make such an emotional journey. And I cry every time, and it's about the human spirit and how it carries on and determination. And
you love movies, and then you watch The Hobbit.
And then I watch The Hobbit, and then I hate movies now.
What's your opinion on The Hobbit?
They're fine.
they're right.
You know what? They're an okay romp. And then you get to the third movie, and you're like, what is happening? And if you've read the book, you know, the spoilers, at the end of the book, the sort of battle is skipped in the book because Bilbo gets knocked out. But in the movie, he gets knocked out, and then you see the rest of the battle. Because my poor man Peter Jackson, he had to make a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were going to do 2, weren't they?
Yeah, they were going to do 2, and Guillermo del Toro was going to direct. And he made these wild, wacky sets that are used in the movie, but they color graded it to make it look normal. So he had these like forests that were like Mirkwood was like purple and green and all these vibrant colors. But in post, they got rid of all those colors to just make it look a regular forest to save them money.
That's annoying.
Yeah, there's like an amazing documentary that's like 30 odd to 48 hours long of like the entire making of
is
the
that
Hobbit
on the DVD?
trilogy.
Yeah, the Hobbit.
Yeah, beyond the special features.
Yeah, they're great. They're great special features.
Really, really good. And the appendices is what they call them. And they did the same on the Lord of the Rings. And it gives you such an insight. And Peter Jackson just looks destroyed the entire time. Like if you look at him from the start of making The Hobbit and then at the end of making The Hobbit, he's an aged man.
Yeah, he's depressed at the third one or something.
Yeah. So it was just racking his head around it, and he would get like 3 hours of sleep every night, trying to just figure this out. And ultimately, he had to make the Battle of the Five Armies. And trying to stretch one book into 3 movies is a task anyway.
Right.
So, you know, I do blame him a little bit because he did do ultra CGI and he made people wear goblin suits and wear like their sweat would like pile up in their boots and, you know, in these physical costumes just to replace them with CG later.
What did you think of like the love story and Azog and there's like a lot of characters in the Radagast. There was a lot of characters that weren't in the book.
Yeah, Radagast, Legolas, Tauriel.
Yeah.
The romance between Tauriel and
dwarf.
Fili or Kili.
Yeah.
Whichever one Aidan Turner is. It's just padding, really, isn't it? That's all it is.
What did you think of it when you watched it for the first time?
Well, Radagast is great because I love Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah.
And I met Sylvester McCoy at a Comic-Con, and he's a great chap. But the rest of it was fine. I think Evangeline Lilly as Tauriel. She was great. I mean, she was a good addition. But Legolas did not need to be in those movies, and you really see that in the third one when he's just defying gravity.
Doing up the stairs, yeah.
He's just like, what is going on? And then, Azog isn't even in the book, but he makes for a sort of terrifying villain and someone to hate, really.
Are they all Tolkien's ideas?
So Azog is mentioned in the like appendices, and in The Hobbit as like this old
Mentioned.
foe. Yeah, so he is mentioned as like the Defiler. He's mentioned in passing, really, as this
Right.
old foe, and then the I can't remember who the new foe is in the book, but I think it's just the orcs and the goblins, and then there's this necromancer that in the movies they also make to be Sauron, which is just like,
Yeah.
and that whole situation. We won't talk
Is
about that.
Necromancer completely different than Sauron then?
Sorry.
Necromancer, is that different to Sauron?
Well, there's a lot of theories that it is Sauron, but like in the book, it's just an excuse for Gandalf to fuck off, you know, as he likes to do.
Right.
Like Gandalf's like, I gotta go deal with. I can't handle these fucking these fucking dwarves. I'm gonna get out of here and go fight a necromancer, and that's just what he does in the book. And then he comes back to save the day as like a Deus Ex Machina.
I like seeing Christopher Lee in it.
I
am
love
a
Christopher Lee.
fan.
His life is just insane. If you ever search up Christopher Lee's life, it is an odyssey, honestly, from his service in World War II.
Yeah, he was an Australian captain, wasn't he, or something?
He was Secret Service.
Was he? I thought
Yes.
he was a captain of an Australian platoon.
Well, he probably was that. As he's done so much. He almost got married to a princess, and he like. It's just such an odyssey from World War II to playing Dracula to playing iconic characters like Saruman and Count Dooku, and then starting a metal band in his 90s.
What?
He has an insane life.
Oh my God.
Search
I
up
didn't know that.
Christopher Lee and his life.
Awesome. Bloody hell. I do miss him though. He did die, sadly. But,
Yes, yeah, that was a
Have you seen
great
Hugo?
loss. Hugo,
Yeah.
the movie,
Yeah.
directed by
Martin
Martin Scorsese. I've not.
You not?
No. Is that your favorite movie?
It's one of them. Yeah.
Wow,
It's
I'm sorry, Matt
yeah,
Kirby.
right,
You know what? I'm gonna make it a
put it on
an
your
intention
letterbox.
to watch
yeah,
Hugo.
Yeah. What is your fascination with films like now? Like, yeah, you're a movie very probably you and Matt are probably the strongest movie people. Like, what's your fascination with it?
Well,
And,
I don't want to denominate anyone else. I think there's a lot of people on my course
yeah,
who
that's true.
were really good at movies, really good with their knowledge of movies, and everyone's got different strengths. Like I don't know anything about crime movies and certain classics.
What movies?
Crime movies,
Oh,
like
crime
mafia
movies,
movies and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
classics. I'm a bit spotty on. But what was the question? Sorry.
What's your fascination with it, and what's like?
My fascination with movies.
Yeah.
It's storytelling. It's creativity, and my innate fascination is helping people feel escapism, helping people feel happy. That is one of the greatest passions of my life. And I think you don't have to be a storyteller to help people feel good. A barista in a coffee shop can help someone feel good by making them a coffee. It's as simple as that, but it can be as grand as making a large movie and, help it. Like Avengers Endgame, for example. How many kids from 2008 were watching that movie and seeing it come to fruition and felt so validated from this journey, because like love it or hate it, that 10-year span was one of the greatest sort of cinematic odysseys that we've seen in our modern time.
Yeah.
And that is like what it's all about, and that's my fascination, is how can I help people feel an escape from this terrible world that we live in.
Funny you should say that. Is that I saw a video, I think 2 days ago, of Quentin Tarantino saying we don't make movies anymore. What I'm trying to say is that if you go to cinema, he says it's boring to see in the first 20 minutes. You know what's going to happen at the end.
Right.
So we make a situation, not a story. So we know in the first act this happens, and this hero is going to happen here. He said in movies, I want the story to unfold, and you don't know what's going to happen next. He says there's just so many movies where in the first 20 minutes, the villain, the hero, this what happens, the person. And he said he's sick and tired of seeing like the Christmas Carol effect. Scrooge is horrible and he becomes nice. We've seen a lot of people that become nice and they learn a lesson. He says like in Bill Murray films or Chevy Chase films, you see them an arsehole at the beginning and they're arseholes at the end. So,
and Tarantino said that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
What?
Bullshit. Because a movie can be anything. A movie can be exactly what you want it to be, and that still constitutes a good movie. art is at its core subjective. And I
Yes,
think
movie
the
is
notion
subjective.
that being elitist about a story because it doesn't go the way that you would personally do it is an elitist bullshit narrative.
It's interesting. I thought you would agree with him, but
No, because even if you know the way the movie's going to go, you can still find comfort in it. When I rewatch a movie 5, 6, 7, or 8 times, I know what's going to happen. If I watch Pulp Fiction, his sort of like masterpiece,
yeah,
I know what's going to happen throughout the movie. Just because when I watched it first I didn't know doesn't mean that on my 8th rewatch I'm going to be surprised all over again. I know what's going to happen. For a lot of people who Pulp Fiction is their favorite movie, they find comfort in the beats. They find comfort in, they know what's going to happen, but they enjoy the ride anyway. With Lord of the Rings, you know that they're going to prevail. You know that the good guys are going to come out on top, and there's going to be bumps, but you're there for the ride because it's entertaining. It's entertainment, and there are a myriad of movies where you don't know where it's going to go, and you can get your fix for that. We still make movies. You can see that from The Substance is a recent example, or just any sort of a lot of A24 things, I guess, and a lot of movies doing a lot of good releases where like you don't know where the story's going to go, but in that same breath, there are people who make films that are intentionally subvertive. Like a famous example is Rian Johnson when he made The Last Jedi. He subverted expectations and people didn't like that because it's Star Wars. Star Wars is reliable. You know that at the end there's going to be this cool lightsaber battle and they're going to save the day and the Empire or whatever dark forces are going to be quelled. And that's comforting to know, Sometimes you need that assurance that you're going to have a good time at the movies. And then other times you want to be challenged, I think a situation can still be a film. A plot can still be a film. Something that unfolds can still be a film. And I think the notion that we only need to make movies that surprise you and maybe talk down to you in some cases, the notion that this movie needs to have you guessing at every turn, if all movies were like that, then that would be the death of movies, because the beauty of creativity is variety.
Yeah. You should write a column or something in a newspaper.
I used to write the Smashing Blobfish magazine.
What?
Yeah,
What,
I was the leader of the film department.
What? Well, here?
Yeah.
You did like a column, like a newspaper
I
here?
did a film column at there was a magazine that used to run at the student union. I don't know if it still does, called Smashing Blobfish.
What?
And I wrote film columns in there.
That sounds awesome.
It was really cool. I don't know if
what?
it's still happening. I lost touch with the editor.
Oh, I'm gonna find out about that.
It's cool. I have a copy at home.
Oh yeah, cool. What do you think about the movie industry right now? Is
The
it
movie
going
industry
better,
right
and movies in general, and also
Yeah.
cinema as well? Is
Well,
it dying?
yeah, we sort of touched on this just now, right?
Yeah.
I think movies they ride up and down. We had in the 50s there was the sort of conveyor belt movies, and people were thinking where studios were very controlling of the movies that they output. Edit that out.
Yeah.
Studios are very controlling of the movies that they put out. And I think we're seeing that right now. It's always a reflection of the times as well. Like, the world's not in a very great economic place right now, so studios aren't taking as many risks. And obviously there is the era of remakes that, everybody's...
Yes, how do you feel about them?
I think art, when it is made with the sole intention of manipulating people into spending their hard-earned money, is not art. It's just a product. Like product placement, for example, in films, I think is just bullshit.
So annoying.
To quote David Lynch, it is bullshit. And I think obviously capitalism is just going to have a huge impact on movies because that's how movies work. Also, you make movies to make money. That is also how it works. But
do you think the creative bubble is getting squished because
Absolutely not.
directors can't make their own vision?
Absolutely not. I think we live in a time where actually anyone can make their vision. You have this in your pocket that you could bring out at any time, and you could shoot a 2-hour feature film with your direction. Maybe you wouldn't have the budgetary requirements to make something as large as a Lord of the Rings, but if you have a story and you have a camera, and most people have a camera, you have full control of the creative situation. You know, people think that making art is just making lots of money, but making art is telling a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So I don't think that creativity has been quelled. I think in Hollywood, it's very controlled because they're making an investment. But in the indie space, there are so many movies being made in the indie space right now than ever. And so many directors who would, maybe in the 80s or even the 50s, would never have gotten to make the picture that they want to make. But I think nowadays, thanks to people investing in independent cinema, or even just people getting a camera, they save up and they spend £2,000 on a Sony FX5, for example, or a Sony FX3, what they shot the creator on, which is about $2,000. It's a $2,000 camera.
Really?
Yeah, and then you can go and make a movie. And I think the creator was shot on the Sony FX3.
What?
Famously, and it's sort of like, it's a sort of message to the film industry that you don't have to use this huge budget to make a film.
Wow. Because he did it. Who's the guy who directed it? Rogue One guy.
Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, he did it quite cheaply, didn't he?
He made it for like, I don't know the exact budget actually. But I mean, it was a flop in the end. However, it was a good lesson to the studios. Not that they pick it up anyway.
But don't you feel that's a bit annoying that original films are flops? Do you not find that annoying?
No. Everything Everywhere All at Once, was that a flop?
No, it wasn't.
Was it an original film?
Yes, it was.
There you go.
Yeah. What's your favorite stages of making a movie, and what are your favorite elements of making a movie? Let's say making your film, and what favorite elements and what are the stages that you go through to make something like that?
I adore the writing process.
Really?
Adore it. I think I'm a writer at heart. By trade, I'm an editor. That's my job. I edit.
I was going to say cinematographer. I didn't know you were editor or writer.
Yeah, so I did cinematographer for Based on Pair.
Yeah.
But I also helped in the editing process as well. I edited a few scenes of Based on Pair.
Oh, right.
And I'm credited as the assistant editor and the color grader for that movie. And my job currently is that I edit commercial videos for brands.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
so
stole Calum from me.
I did. He's mine now.
Yeah. You still work with him? Still see him?
I do. Yeah, he's great. I'll see him tomorrow. Work.
I was going to see him tomorrow, but
not anymore.
Not anymore. Didn't tell me he was leaving, so
yeah.
Still hurts me. Anyway, moving on.
I love the writing process.
Yes, writing process. Yes.
I'm a writer at heart.
Oh.
I think. I love writing stories. I love building worlds, and the mise en scène is a great way to build a world. But I think it starts with the idea, and then the next part of that is putting it onto paper. And I love using words to elicit certain emotions and create certain environments. You know, I think the English language is perhaps leaned on too heavily for an emotive tool, or perhaps we place too much emphasis on words sometimes, but it's a great tool. It's a great tool because we've been telling stories for so long via the spoken word.
I assume you were a big reader when you were younger.
No.
You weren't?
No, I hardly read any books, and I've only become a reader in the past 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mainly read fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
You didn't read The Lord of the Rings after you saw it?
Yeah, after I saw it, yeah.
Oh, right.
It's crazy.
Is this just Lord of the Rings? Is Silmarillion gonna happen? Silmarillion?
Silmarillion? I haven't heard anything about it. They're making like a Hunt for Gollum movie.
Yeah, Gollum thing.
And there's the new anime coming out at the end of the year about Helm Hammerhand, which is could be cool.
How many books? There's Unfinished Tales. There's Children.
To be fair, they're taking an aspect of the Silmarillion for the Rings of Power.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, the main plot of the Rings of Power is about Morgoth, and they just sort of ignore him in the Rings of Power. They're just like, oh, that happened back there. We're going to focus on Sauron because he's the big bad of everything. It's kind of like the Emperor in Star Wars. They can't let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, moving on. I used to be a Lord of the, I used to love The Hobbit when I was 13.
Mm.
And I don't watch Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings, but I like The Hobbit. I know, don't send me letters. I like The Hobbit better when I was younger. But I had I always wanted the Salmon Tower, but I never got. I got the Lego Hobbit house and stuff like that, and I got a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. The Black Gate.
Yeah.
I want to get the Saruman Tower, but I don't have 400 quid, so
No, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
There's a Rivendell set as well.
Yeah, that's 500, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Documentaries. What your opinion on documentaries? And we talked a lot about
They're
movies.
great. I love documentaries. I'm not Matt Warlow level of loving documentaries who, is slowly shifting towards making documentaries mainly.
Agnes Varda.
Big Addie Varda, she's great. She's made a ton of documentaries in her time. So has Wim Wenders as well, notable documentarian. I'm not. So that's another spot in my knowledge of cinema, I suppose. It's documentaries. I haven't seen as many as I hoped I would, but
have you made any?
Have I made any documentaries?
Yeah.
No, I think we made one at uni, but I can't remember what it was, unfortunately. Because I'm I don't know. I'm more fascinated with the concept of. Sorry.
Cut out.
Cut that out. I'm more fascinated with the concept of escapism rather than reality.
Right.
I find throughout my life that I often prefer to escape reality rather than focus on it. So I guess that's an explanation of why I don't make documentaries.
All right. Is there any like filmmakers in the past or now that you like, you want to talk about? Is there any like filmmakers that you like at the moment?
So there is a filmmaker called Juzo Itami,
right?
Who made Tampopo, the director of
I'll
Tampopo.
put that on my list. I've heard a lot of things about
that. He's made a lot of films throughout his career, and sadly, he was a legend for his sort of, he stood up to the Yakuza in Japan, and he made a film mocking the Yakuza essentially.
Wow.
You know who the Yakuza are, right?
They're
like the mafia.
Yeah. That's
the Japanese mafia. But
I was going to say army.
There's a lot more layers to that, though. There's a lot more. It's a totally different culture than to just say they're the mafia. The whole different culture, but they're a criminal organization, and Juzo Itami stood up to them and made this film mocking them, and they threatened him. And the official statement is he fell to his death from a high roof, and it was a suicide. But
fell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was no signs of his need to do this, and there's a lot of conspiracy around that. And it was after he had made his Yakuza film. And another great thing about Juzo Itami is that he always cast his wife as like the main character of the films, which is just amazing. And his films are so often filmed with, his films are so often full of whimsy and character and like comedy and playfulness. He just plays around with film so much, like the medium of film.
Is his wife still alive?
I think so. Yeah, because she wasn't killed by the Yakuza.
Yeah. Yet, hopefully not.
No, I don't think she will be. But she's a fantastic actress, and she's the heart and soul of Tampopo. And every movie, again, she's the main character essentially.
Is there any films at the moment that you are liking at the moment? Is it Substance? Anything else?
Yeah, that was a recent one. This year, my big opinion is this year's been kind of dry for movies. I know the writer's strike sort of has shifted everything to next year, 2025. But in the year of our Lord Luigi, 2024, I'm yet to give a 5 out of 5 on a new movie that's released.
On that box?
Yeah. I just don't think it's been that great of a year. I saw what was coming out throughout the year, and I had certain expectations that they weren't met. I think still my favourite of the year has been Challenges.
I need to see that.
Challenges is amazing, and it will make you question everything you know about
Life.
men.
Men.
And another recent one is Sean Baker's Honora. Shout out to Sean Baker,
Rings.
even though he needs no introduction. He's
what
great.
was the film?
Honora.
Honora.
Yeah, Sean Baker is a filmmaker that typically makes movies about. People like to call his movies poor people porn, which I think is a bit a bit derogatory and a bit like unfair, because he likes making movies about real people, often people who have been caught within the sex worker industry, and they're fascinating films that give lives and personalities and human stories to people in unfortunate situations that they've found themselves in. And my favorite movie of his is one that he made in 2000, I think, around the 2000, called Takeout, about a Chinese migrant who works as a delivery driver for a takeaway, and the responses he gets from U.S. citizens to him being there, and it's heartbreaking, but it's an amazing film. So Honora has been a recent one that he made.
I have a few more questions,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get onto stuff that you've made, because there's
Oh,
a few
wow.
things that I like. You're obviously for people out there, you're obviously an ex-graduate.
I am.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm not looking forward to being in your position. How did you come to Winchester, and how did you come to this course? Why didn't you choose? If you say you're a writer, why didn't you do writing?
I love movies. I love movies too much, and I always thought that writing was a bit of a pipe dream. So I wanted to learn the craft of movies so that I could actually make a living in this industry.
And you've you've learned lots. You've done anything.
Yeah, I learned lots from being here. Everything that I knew out of uni about filmmaking, I knew because of uni.
Wow, a lot of people have the experience at college and sixth form.
Yeah, so I did go to sixth form. I did my A levels, but they only taught me about film theory and how to use a DSLR. Yeah, and like the very basics of Premiere Pro. But out of uni, I knew about so many things that helped me get a job to where I'm working now. And I came to Winchester out of chance, because it was, no offense to the University of Winchester, but it was the perfect distance between a university that my partner is attending to. Shout out to Zoe, best person in the world.
Oh, Zoe the car.
Zoe the car driver, yes.
Car driver, yes.
They're a bit more than that, but
yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. Yes.
But yeah, Zoe's car appears in Based on Pair,
Yeah.
they are actually driving the car in one of the scenes. Drive off the stunt driver, Zoe Roberts.
The stunt driver. Yeah.
My partner in crime, the love of my life, Zoe Roberts. We found a university because they went to study a different course at a different university, and we found two that were really close together, and that was Winchester and one nearby.
Oh, I thought Zoe was in Winchester.
No, one nearby.
Oh. Okay, so that's good. That was quite a good question. Your job now. You worked at HMV to start with.
I did 2 years. Well, I had a job before that.
What was the job?
I was in hospitality. I worked as a bartender.
Really? Where?
Yeah. So, Three Joe's sourdough pizza in Winchester. Yep.
You're joking.
For 6 months I worked there.
That's my mum's favourite place in Winchester
Really?
to go. We go there every time she comes to visit me.
Yeah, it's they do really good pizzas, and I got it free almost every other day because I worked there like 5 days a week over the summer of 2021.
Bloody hell.
So I would just get like free. I lived off of sourdough pizzas for 6 months.
Wow.
And so when I go back there, if I do, I get taken back to the trenches.
I know you worked shout out Three Joes.
I know, yeah. Shout out.
Shout out Three Joes. I love Three Joes. And
then
you worked at HMV, which
then I worked at
love.
HMV for 2 years. That was an easier job than hospitality. I mean, retail is retail.
Yeah, my brother did work experience for like 2 months there, and he got very, very bored because
HMV.
Because he was stacking. He said there was a lot of stickers, stacking.
I loved that.
Really?
I loved doing that. I would turn up on a Sunday morning hungover and I would go sit down in one of the corners and just sticker, and you just relax, and hopefully there'd be decent music on if the manager was being nice. And I loved talking to. I would like sequester myself into the film section, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd talk about movies with whoever I could find and recommend, and sell.
Yeah, they're quite expensive HMV, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Probably best to catch them on a sale.
Yeah,
which
that's
would be good.
is like once every blue moon.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a sale on Criterion right now, which won't be applicable to you because this will be shown in 10 years if the Matt's schedule
this
is
probably
to be.
will. 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be 30 when
Yep.
it comes out. But the job you're doing now, talk a bit about that then. How did you get that job? And
so
what did you
I'm
do?
I'm a video editor for branded videos, like commercial videos, things like that. So
Wow.
if you're a corporation who wants to get a social media campaign out there, I edit the videos that
So you edit social media videos?
Social media videos, company videos, event videos, that sort of thing. Just sort of all around the corporate sphere is what I work in at the minute.
And do you film them as well?
Sometimes I film, but mostly I'm in the mines, hunched over like a goblin, staring at Premiere Pro all day, going blurry-eyed.
Yeah. The MMC disease, I call it, where you go.
Exactly, yeah.
Insane.
I'm still in the trenches to this day.
Yeah.
The mines.
Was it like coming back here and stuff like that?
It's oddly bizarre because I spent, especially my third year, I spent so much time here as a student, and this was like home for a long time. Especially my third year, I essentially lived here because we'd just come in and work full time on our FMPs and all our courses. So it's very bizarre coming back, but I'm friends with a lot of the previous years, so it's nice to come back and relive by proxy.
Yeah, it's nice you coming
courses.
Back here with them.
Yeah.
But the sad thing about them and you, because you, it's nice that you came back and visited over the 2 years, but they're going to leave.
Yeah.
So that kind of...
And then I'll probably not have a reason to come back here again.
And then no one's going to...
Then it will be a goodbye.
There's no kit. I'm going to miss the kit. I'm going to miss the loans counter.
I know. I do miss the kit. Very much so. Just being able to buck something out and go, yeah, I'm just going to buck that out. I'm going to film something real quick. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, can you not book it out on your work at all?
Not really, because it's owned by the company and they don't lease it out.
Do you enjoy doing your job at the moment?
I do. I mean, I get to edit videos for a living, which is ridiculous. Is
there a time pressure with...
Yeah, there'll be deadlines.
There isn't really, but with this, when you have to reach a goal.
There'll be deadlines and stuff. It's like, oh, we need this video done by this point. I'm like, okay. And then if I go over it, it's like, I'm trying to make something good, and you butt heads or whatever. But it's. Do
you have to show your boss what you've made to get approval?
Yeah, so we have like this TV that it's quite intimidating. This TV in our meeting room that we put the video on before we submit it, and we watch it, and then it gets torn to shreds by my boss and Calum now, and they're like, okay, I don't like this, take away this. Oh, that thing that you just worked 8 hours on, delete that. It's a ruthless thing because there's brand guidelines. So if you're going to go into the corporate world, brand guidelines are your mortal enemy, but also your best friend, and stick by them as if they are gospel, because if you breach brand guidelines, hell hath no fury.
How does Calum decide what you cut out or not?
It's feedback.
Feedback. All right,
it's like feedback. It's like, I don't think this bit works. We'll take this out. And sometimes it can be a bit disheartening because you spent 8 hours on that piece of motion graphic or something like that, just for it to get cut out. But that's the business.
I have to ask you, there's a couple of projects that apart from Based on Pair, that I really, really love. The second one, I watched this when I found it 2 years ago, and I watched it a lot because I really loved it, and two people are in it. The music video with Sean and Dorothea, you made that, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Oh, my
goodness.
It's
so well paced, so well cut.
Yes.
Not the jump cuts, the cuts are very, very
clever. So,
and seeing Sean being flirty is just hilarious.
And that was like the second time I worked with Dorothea.
Oh, really? What was the first one?
For my first year directing or genre filmmaking, I worked with Dorothea in a movie that will never be seen.
What?
Locked away in the vaults because it's terrible, and I directed that. But I'd never directed anything before, and it was a terrible, terrible film. But that second time, I came in as editor, and it was for a 48-hour film competition. So we came together and was like, okay, we need to make a movie in 48 hours. and we were the only ones to do it, which means by proxy we won.
Oh, so it was a 48-hour challenge.
Yeah. And so we was like, okay, let's like someone's reading this book, and they imagine this whole life for themselves as they're reading this book, and it's just this music video with these nice cuts and things like that. And I had to edit it in like such a small amount of time, but we got it done.
Wow, I didn't know it was 48-hour challenge.
It's 48 hours, yeah.
I love the cut with the bed sheet, and it cuts to the outside of the.
Yes, I don't. All of that is a blur to me. I can't recollect it.
You've got to watch it. It's fantastic. And when she realizes that he texts her that he's late, and it becomes like him doing the washing, and it slows down, and at the end she's eating ice cream, and it's just very funny to see Sean in a film.
Yeah,
like
that was my first time meeting Sean.
Really?
Yes, that was how I met Sean.
Wow. How did you get Sean to do that then?
I think because Natasha Farina, or I suppose Natasha Cherie as she was back then, she directed it. She was the director of the 40-hour project, and I think she just messaged him. Messaged about. He answered the call like the trooper he is.
Yeah. How do you feel about? Interesting question. How do you feel about Matt and Sean? How do you feel about it?
Well,
Three's a crowd.
My heart thumps at the question.
Yeah.
My jealousy bubbles up inside of me like a burning rage. So I fear if I think about it anymore, I may enter a killing rage.
Because Matt seems to go to Sean than to you, but
are you trying to make me jealous, Matt Kirby?
No. I'm just trying to say, Matt didn't really answer they didn't really answer the question when they were on the show. But I'm just saying,
why would they? I
know, but who would Matt choose, Sean
or me?
Yeah, Matt. If you're ever watching this,
well,
comment below which one would you.
It's gonna have to get decided by a trial by combat, obviously. A fight to the death, me and Sean over Matt's affection. Yeah, that's the only way this will end.
Yeah, Ed had an idea of doing like a boxing thing.
Yeah, no.
That never came to life.
Gladiator style.
Yeah.
Trial by combat, swords, nets, shields.
And Matt actually was going to be the Matt Axby and Matt the War Dog. And
whoa.
Yeah, that was going to happen. So
I don't know what I'd be. I'm a hobbit, so I have a little dagger.
Yeah. What's your surname? I always get it wrong.
My surname is Crowther.
Crowther. Right.
An interesting origin on that. A Crowther, which is sort of what it's descended from. A Crowther is a fiddle that they would play in medieval times.
Whoa.
And so often, when you see someone who has the last name of Smith, their ancestors were a blacksmith, and Crowther comes from a fiddle player of a Crowder.
Wow,
yeah,
that's cool.
It's good to know. Good to know about your lineage.
It's very Lord of the Rings, Hobbit related.
Exactly, it was all meant to be. It was in the stars.
There's one or two things that people ask me to mention to you on the show.
One or two people.
Yes, one person texted me. I asked you were coming on the show.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned. I think you probably know who it is. They said, "Oh, also make sure you ask him about Frankie and Benny's incident." What's that about?
I know what that is.
Right.
And that is
elaborate on that?
That is a defamatory lie.
Right.
Conspired by the individual known as Matt Wallow.
Right.
To defame me and ruin my reputation. Okay. It is a farce. The Frankie and Benny's incident never happened. And if you if you try and tell people that it happened, I'm going to have to quiet you.
Okay. I'm scared. Okay, we'll move on. Another source told me something about a D&D film.
A D&D movie?
And it wasn't that person.
Well, that was a good movie, yeah.
Would you want to elaborate on that at all? Has it been made?
Is it something that I'm working on?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Genre pending. So,
I think he said it's asked Ethan about a D&D
okay, was this Colin?
Yes.
Okay. I see. Well,
I don't reveal the names of our sources.
Yeah, you can edit that out.
Okay,
cut that out. Little known fact about me.
Right.
I don't know if this is little known, but if you don't know me, I am super into D&D, big D&D nerd. Wow. I have been DMing for the past, dungeon mastering for the past 4 to 3 years. I love D&D with all my heart. I think I'm in my element when I'm running a D&D campaign. And so the new podcast coming to all podcast...
Oh, genre filmmaking.
The new podcast coming to all podcast platforms near you, genre pending, has approached me for a project involving D&D and a group of people playing D&D.
Scripted or non-scripted?
Non-scripted.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see where that goes. You might be seeing an epic campaign potentially sooner rather than later, facilitated by the amazing people at Genre Pending.
I love Genre Pending people. Yeah. Okay. I've got a list of things here. Thank you for being at my prees. I hope you got home safe and sound.
Oh, I was knocked out.
Yes.
I was knocked out at those prees. That was insane.
You did elaborate on that, but
there is a potion maker.
Yes,
an arcane master.
Vasily.
Making their elixirs.
Yes.
And I drank it.
Yes.
And that was not a good time.
I told you not to. Yeah, I told you not to. Anyway,
despite warnings from my comrades.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another film that I saw which I was really interested in, and it was filmed at a beach. It was a beach film. Beach film you did with Ed.
Beach film. I was with Ed.
You did a beach film. Yeah, you went to the beach and you filmed some stuff.
Oh yes, this year, Francis Lament
with glass and a.
So yeah,
talk to me about that. What was that?
I made a short film earlier this year. Shot most of it. We need to do some pickups. It's in the post-production stage. It's kind of in post-production hell at the minute.
Yeah.
Because it's just me working on it. So, like the tortured artist that I am, I'm working away on it. And yeah, it's sort of more of a poem adapted into a film about a woman recollecting on her divorce and grief about someone who is already alive. So the notion that you are grieving something that has died, but it's more of a bond that has died. And in this instance, it's the grief of a marriage.
Wow. Where's the poem come from?
I wrote it.
You wrote it?
I wrote the script. And it is sort of a poem. It's sort of just like, it's a lament. It's a woman lamenting, which is why the title of it is called Francis Lament, because the main character is Francis.
Oh, well, I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, we need to do some reshoots, but it should be coming out sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Cool.
When I decide to get it made.
When this comes out, it'll be out. So
yeah, hopefully.
Another film that I loved at the time, and I hope you can describe what it is, because I don't know how to really describe it. Mr. Wee Pickle Hours. What was it called? Mr. Wee.
The Mr. Pickle Hours.
Was it Mr.
The Wickelman? The Wickelman Wee Hours.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Well, that's just a TV advertisement that I just got from the internet.
Right.
Illegally downloaded it. It was a broadcast from the 80s. And,
oh, it's real?
Yeah, that's,
The actual title's real, Mr. the Wickelman.
Well, me and the cast travel back in time. We shot it back in the 80s. We came back and now you get to see it.
Okay.
No, it's a series of advertisements that were intended to look like they were from the 80s.
From the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, like stuff that you would see at midnight of like Frank advertising his tomato company.
Yeah. You
like,
had
come
Sean,
on down.
Sean do that hard to me.
Yeah.
You had Matt do something.
Matt, sleeping pills for children.
Yeah. Then you had Becca scream, but that scream.
So this was a trailer for a slasher movie called Space Station Massacre 2.
Yeah. By the way, thanks Becca's scream, I can't hear in my left ear.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because of that. Because it was so loud, Becca's scream.
The impact of art, art affects everybody, and this is how art has affected you.
Yeah, it affected me. Yeah. And she was also part of a perfume commercial.
Yes, Jacques Delacroix.
Yeah.
Where she advertises some perfume.
And then you had I recommend my friend, again, I'm Cobby's agent, I recommend. And then Cobby was in Star Massacre 2.
Yeah, the slasher one as well as the voiceover.
Oh, yeah.
Did a brilliant job.
Yep. So it's very good. It's very funny. Again, and
I think that's the funniest I've ever been.
What?
That video. It's the funniest I've ever been, I think.
Have you ever been in things? Well, I've seen.
No. I was in it. I presented the
you
beginning.
Yeah, you did.
But I wrote it as well, and I think that's the funniest thing I've ever written.
Really?
Yeah.
The other thing is, it was funny that you started was the Nice Second Julio's film about Jacob.
My husband, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I danced with a cardboard cutout because he couldn't make the shoot.
Yes.
Me and Danny go way back. Danny boy. We are lovers.
All right.
Um,
Don't tell Zoe
and
that.
I was hired to figure out who Jacob was.
Right.
And we went through many iterations. I saw a shapeless blob form into many different people, and eventually we landed on a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito.
Right.
And I was like, this is the perfect being. So I danced with it.
Right. Yeah, and
Probably the highlight
did
of my
some
life.
Other things. You have to watch it. It's very funny but very strange. The other question is, your film production company, you still running that at all? The flames
It's
thing?
lingering. It's one foot in the grave, but whenever I make a short film or anything, then that is what it would be released under, such as the short film that I'm making at the minute. I had to make a new introduction for it recently because we're going to be hopefully sending out Based on Pair to festivals soon. Shh. It's just between you, me, and the viewer.
I'll be there every festival.
Every single one.
Yeah, every single one. We should make T-shirts.
Based on Pair T-shirts.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's got the poster now. We can.
Yeah, I've
get
got
them.
it. I've got it signed by the original crew, not the cast. Damn it. There was Based on Pair poster for a year and a half in the MMC.
In the MMC.
But I know who. I'm not going to say who took it down, but it was a member of staff, Jimmer, who took it down. I said, Jim, why did you take it down? He said, well, that post's been up for ages. It's a new year. We're going to redo everything. I went, Jimmer, no! And I got it out of the bin. I saw it in the bin. I was like, Jimmer, what are you doing? That's an original first print of Based on Pair. So I've got it at home, but
on your shrine.
No, I've got two. So I've got the one that was in the MMC, and I've got the original that the three original crew members signed. So, before we get on to one or two more questions, is there anything? It's kind of a two-part question. Is there anything that you're working on at the moment, like apart from the beach film? Anything you're working at the moment, and where do you see yourself? Where would you like to see yourself within the film world?
Where would I like to see myself?
Yeah, so to kind of like what are you working on at the moment? First question, what are you working on at the moment? Is there anything that you've got in the
I'm
idea
mainly
pipeline?
writing things. I'm always at the keyboard writing something. Most of it doesn't stick, but advice for writers, always keep on writing. Same for filmmakers, I guess, always keep rolling. I'm always writing things. I love building worlds, fantasy worlds, so I love building like fantasy worlds for my D&D campaigns, so I'm always writing those. More personal projects, I guess. But I recently wrote a short film after a long hiatus of not writing a script.
Based on Pair 2?
Based on Pair 2, yeah. Shh. I'm always working on things, but it's hard when you have a life to get things made, which is a shitty excuse. And I should just commit to making something. But I guess the hardest thing about making something is getting it made.
Yes, yeah, I agree. There's so many projects I want to do, but I've just cut them.
Exactly.
I remember you getting at my pre's, a bit different, let's say, and you were like, oh, Matt Kirby, you should, and I said, oh, Ethan, I'd love to make films, but I can't. You said, do them. I said, I can't, Ethan, I can't do them. There's not enough time. There's not enough, you have to get people, time, planning, software, and then I'm also at the end of my year, so it's going to be very, very tricky. So,
well, that Ethan is a hypocrite and
right.
believes that you should just do something no matter what, which he should take a slice of that advice himself.
Where would you like to see yourself in the film industry? Like, where do you? That's quite a hard question.
Well, even though I say it's my trade, I do love editing and the post-production process. Narrative editing, I think a film is made in the edit. It's like got three lives, right? Its first life is the script. Its second life is throughout the principal photography process, and then it becomes its final form, its final Pokemon evolution in the edit, the post-production phase, where you can move scenes around and it can make or break a film. A great script, great shots with bad editing equals a bad film. So I would love to edit films. That's sort of like an end goal.
Yeah.
Edit films, because then, again, you are that last stop before it's released,
Yeah. Yeah. I see you edit it with editing stuff.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I love getting involved in any project that I can. It forces, being attached to a project forces me to make projects. I mean, although it's someone else making it, as an editor, I have a good hand in that. So I love being just attached onto projects, and I'll go for anything that I can get my hands on to edit.
The last kind of question before we get into quick fire questions is this question I ask everyone on the show is there like it could be anything. Is there like a serious issue that you think that needs to be addressed or solved in the world that needs to change at all? It's quite a loaded question.
We're gonna take a deep. It's gone down into a deep somber mood.
I always find it hard to get the mood up to quickfire questions after that question.
Yeah. We just gotta climb back up.
Yeah.
But now that we're here,
yes.
I suppose there is a myriad of issues, especially at this point in history, that people should just educate themselves on. Obviously, there is so many things that we should know more about because people jump to conclusions a lot, and they say things, and because people place emphasis on words too much, they say these things, and then it breaks out of control. And there's so many different issues that people should know more about. But I think at the core of it, personally, I think people should learn how to be more sympathetic or more. People should learn to understand our fellow people. You know, we're all just in this sort of together. We're just big bags of flesh trying to survive on this rock hurling through space. And I think if people learnt to be more understanding of each other, if people learnt to be more loving of someone that even they've never met before, I think then the world would just be a vastly better place. And I think that would be at the heart of everything. If there was just a bit of understanding there, or a bit of acknowledgement that you are a human and I'm a human and we're supposed to love each other, then I think that is something that people should learn more about.
Yeah, that's a good answer to that question. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there anything in the film industry that you think needs to change?
People should spend less on films. Invest less so that you can get more out of it.
Invest or less money?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the mid-budget film.
Yeah, I think Martin Scorsese said that in an interview. He said, less money, more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. And like there's a film called American Fiction that came out recently with oh my goodness, I've forgotten the star. There's a movie that came out called American Fiction recently, and when that movie won an Oscar, the director came out on stage and said, you need to invest more in the mid-budget films that have enough of a story and enough budget in it to be a little bigger than a micro-budget film.
Yeah.
Because that is where you're going to get your most return on your investment, and stop splashing millions into torturing CGI artists to spend 3 weeks on a feature film.
Yeah.
When you get these CGI mad fests like The Flash, then it just looks terrible. Invest in time. Invest in time rather than investing in longer time rather than investing in efficiency.
Yeah.
Again, you're running it like it's a factory, but it's not a factory. So I would say if one thing needs to change most about the film industry is that I think we should see more mid-budget films. The $20 to $50 million movies, which is a lot of money, but for a film, it's enough to produce something a little larger on the scale, but something that is beautiful all the same. Yeah,
like A24 kind of stuff.
Exactly, and like we saw a lot of those during the 90s. We saw a lot of mid-budget films, like your courtroom dramas or just your dramas in general that would get so many tickets booked. There would be this huge return at the box office for these movies that took 20 million, 30 million to make.
Yeah.
And what I love most about those that as much as they have a more budget than a micro budget, it still forces the filmmakers to focus on the people, and I think people are at the heart of every story.
Cool. Yeah, you're very intelligent. That's very good.
Thank you.
Glad we got that on camera. Got that camera? Yeah. So, quickfire questions, okay? Okay. Quickfire questions. Favorite film of 2023?
2023?
Hard question.
Oh, goodness. Perfect Days by Wim Wenders.
Okay. I'll look at that later. Favorite film of all time?
Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Sometimes it's Tampopo on a Different Day.
I want to shout out that I'm a huge Spaceballs fan. So my answer is
shout out to Spaceballs.
Yeah,
I'm sure it gets mentioned every episode.
No, that's Harrison Ford.
Okay.
Favorite filmmaker?
Favorite filmmaker working today or just in general?
You could do two. Work
Okay.
in general and working today.
Okay, in general, probably Juzo Itami, and working today, Noah Baumbach.
Okay, I haven't heard of them, but I'll give them
Mm.
the Google. Favorite song that you listen to forever?
Kids by MGMT.
If you could be a person for a day, who would it be?
Person for a day, who would it be? Do they have to be living?
Could be anything.
Could be any.
Matt
Could it be someone? Matt Waller. No. Yeah, it'd be Matt Waller, so I could defame their reputation.
Yeah. Matt Wallow?
Matt Waller, so I could defame their reputation.
Which one do you prefer, Zoe or Matt Wallow?
Zoe.
Sorry. Okay. Moving on. Childhood. Is that still recording? Yeah. Excellent. Childhood celebrity crush.
I didn't have one.
Didn't have one. Do you have
No.
a celebrity crush right now?
No.
Danny Vito.
I'm a soul. Yeah, Danny DeVito. Yeah. Or Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Everyone's obsessed with Ryan Gosling.
He's kind of hot.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
gonna
he
lie.
is. Yeah. Secret talent or unknown fact people don't know about you.
I guess the fact that I run D&D.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Matt Waller put
Or
on
I was actually running through this with Zoe last night. Some of the questions.
there. Oh no.
And I was like, because Zoe knows me better than I know myself. So I was like,
Wow.
what's something that like people wouldn't know about me? Because I know me, so I know all about me,
Yeah.
obviously. And they were like, oh, you this is Zoe's words, not mine. I'm not trying to
Okay.
blow my own trumpet here, but they were like, oh, you're a really good cook.
Oh.
And then I was like, yeah, I love cooking. I cook every day. Every day I make a homemade meal, essentially.
I admire you.
Sorry?
I admire you. I don't
Thank
do
you.
that.
Yeah, I love the art of cooking, and it's a part of that fascination of helping people feel good as well.
Oh, yeah, all right, cool. Okay. So he knows you better than
Yeah.
anyone else. All
Well,
right.
yeah, I make a mean stew.
What is something that you have that you need to throw out?
Something that I have that I need to throw out. I have like T-shirts from like when I was 13 that I need to throw out that I still haven't.
Do you have any DVDs?
DVDs? I would never throw out my movies.
Yeah, how's
Or maybe Lord 3. Matt actually recently gave me Beverly Hills Chihuahua
Yeah.
3.
yeah?
No,
was
I'm
the
keeping that though. It's the best movie of all time.
What was the other DVD?
The Ballad of Big Al, a BBC documentary about Big Al, a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
What's a movie like? This is a good question. What's a movie like you love that's really bad that you love watching? Like I loved watching The Kissing Booth. That's terrible. The Room.
Any Friday the 13th movie, except the first one.
Okay.
Any Friday from 2 to like any Friday the 13th movie, they're all fucking amazing, even though they're terrible.
What keeps you up at night?
Death.
Death. Okay. Quite scared. I'm joking. Window or aisle on a plane?
Window. Absolutely.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
If you time traveled, where would you go?
Fuck. Oh, yes, I've thought about this extensively, actually. I would go back to the 80s
Yeah.
in Washington State, America, where the pine trees are, and there's just beautiful countryside, and I would go and work in a Blockbuster's. Blockbuster's rental store, and I would just chill out.
Yeah, I'd like to see that Quentin Tarantino kind of thing. He worked at a Blockbuster or whatever.
Something
I
like
think he's
that.
got that in his house or something.
He bought all of the like VHS from that video store.
He worked at. That's creepy.
Yeah.
The favorite. Sorry, Quentin Tarantino. Favorite word.
My favorite word. Beer.
Beer. Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. Oh.
Watching Twilight. Watching Twilight.
No.
You all do that across the road.
I guess again, watching a really bad slasher movie and getting hammered. Just a
Nice.
terrible slasher movie and drinking a lot of beers.
Favorite superhero.
Batman.
DC or Marvel.
DC.
Photos or videos.
Videos.
Favorite camera.
Oh my goodness. A Super 8 camera. Can't give you a brand, but I love the Super 8 model.
Favorite editing software.
Currently, it is iPad's iMovie and
I grew up with
GarageBand,
that. Yeah, that's how I got into it. Yeah.
or Adobe Premiere Pro, I guess.
Yeah. See if that's recording. Okay, so the last quickfire question: if you had the chance for someone to come on the show, apart from Matt Wallow, because I've had them on the show, who would you choose to come next on the show?
Nicolas Cage.
Okay, someone who We all know. We
We
feel
all
like
know.
it's secret.
Okay. I haven't thought about this one. I also don't know who you haven't interviewed.
I've had Dan just now.
Hmm.
I've had Jacob maybe coming next week.
Okay.
So one of
Have you
Ed.
had Ed on?
No, I'm good. Well, like to have Ed on.
Has anybody recommended Ed?
Everyone said keep away from Ed, but I'm still having him on the show.
No, you should have Ed on. So that would be the most viewed episode of all time because he would
Really?
reveal the secrets of the universe to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
All right,
no.
Ed.
Ed, yeah.
I name Ed. Get on here
Ed.
now.
Any friends and mentions and shout outs you like to shout out to the camera?
Anyone I'd like to shout out?
Like to thank
Thank.
on the camera.
Thank you to Peter Jackson. Without you, I wouldn't be sat here right now. Thank you to my partner, my love of my life, Zoe Roberts.
I thought you were going to say Matt Waller for a second.
No thanks to Matt Wallow. I feel like my life just went downhill after I met you. But also thank you to Matt Wallow for helping me feel so special and good after all these years.
Yeah, Matt is...
To be a bit sappy right there.
Yeah, Matt is the glue. Sorry, I troubled over you. Matt is like the glue of the MMC.
Mhm.
Matt,
Matt has affected a lot of lives.
Yeah, they have.
With the camcorder, the Matt Wallow effect.
Yeah, that's what
famous
I
effect.
said. Everyone uses the Matt Waller effect. I said copyright.
Even
Waller.
Rob Farron uses the Matt Wallow effect.
Did he?
At drinks, I saw in a video. Someone came up to him with a camcorder and was like, "Oh, this is the Matt Wallow effect."
Matt should sue. I think Matt should sue.
I think you should sue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your friendship group across the road, Tamo.
Yeah, big thank you to
Ed,
Tamo, Becca, Jacob,
yeah.
Ed, Dan, Nick, all of the third years, most of the third years.
Yeah. Alice, who was the editor of
Alice,
Based on Pair.
oh my goodness, talk about a glue. She was the glue of Based on Pair.
Yeah.
She was the only sane one out of the three of us,
Safe.
while me and Matt were insanely rambling to each other about movies. You know, she got us on track, and she's so talented and such a good sound recordist and sound person in general.
Anyone else that in your year or my year you don't want to
I want to thank? I mean,
Bob Griffiths.
My year was really great. Thank you to all my year. Really funny people. Trip. You know, I spoke to a lot of people through my year. Communicate with a lot of people. Gabriella Kitak. A lot of people. She's just really great. And Daniel Reed as well, who made a really good procedural crime movie for their FMP that was really good. And Natasha Farina for being on my first directed movie that was an absolute disaster. There's so many people that I would want to thank.
Parents, family.
Sure, yeah. Shout out to my family, Lama Ding Dong, all those people.
HMV people.
Jeez.
Work
So many people.
Sorry, so many people.
I've met so many people throughout my life that I am
Yes.
very grateful for, and it is impossible to name everybody.
Yes.
But the people I met at HMV, the people I met at Three Joes, shout out to Wayne, the absolute Aussie bastard that he is. Love him. Yeah, just so many people that I've met throughout my life. But thank you to everybody for shaping me into the person that I am today.
Yeah, awesome.
And you, Matt Kirby, for inviting me onto this podcast.
It's a pleasure to have you. This has been a good episode.
Yeah?
It's been a very
I'm
good
glad.
episode.
I'm
And I want to say, if you haven't seen Based on Pair, is it out on YouTube now?
No, but we can get you
Okay.
exclusive
Well, when it comes
access.
out, if it ever comes out, I'll put it at the end of the show. Please watch Based on Pair. Okay, you have to watch it. It's
Thank you very
absolutely
much.
hilarious, and I'm unhealthily obsessed with it.
It only took my sanity to complete.
Yeah. Just watch Based on Pair. I've got to stop saying Based on Pair because
Based on Pair.
I actually drove people crazy
Based
in the
on
MMC. They were like, Matt, you got to stop. I'm sorry.
Shut
What-
up.
Shut up. If you have any Instagram and socials that we could put underneath.
I don't want to plug any socials.
Oh.
I'm just me.
What about your production company Instagram? No?
Nah, you'll find out about them if they put anything
You
out.
want me to put like a caption at the bottom?
Duskwalker Films. Keep an eye out for Duskwalker Films, as seen in Based on Pair.
Hard Press Media.
Hot Press Media. Shout out to Hot Press Media. Follow Hot Press Media. Follow Genre Pending.
Yes.
And probably when this is out as well, the D&D podcast that's going to be coming out for Genre Pending.
All right. Yeah.
Shout out to them. That's who I want to give a shout out to.
And Ed's doing a film. I don't know if you're involved in that.
Roach. I am involved in Roach. Very excited to be involved in Roach. Again, that might be out when this is released.
Yes.
Go watch Roach. Roach is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, Ethan, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
all
much,
the
Matt
way
Kirby.
down to be on my show.
Yeah.
You
Took me days to get here,
Days
but I'm here.
But thank you and good luck to everything you do. You're a very good filmmaker.
Thank you very much, Matt Kirby.
And yeah, you are very good. And yeah, good luck with everything you do at your job. If you see Caleb, give him a smack across the head for me.
I will.
Leaving.
Very hard.
Yeah, without telling me. And yeah, just basically just good luck with everything. And
Thank you, Matt
it's
Kirby.
nice to see you're friends with Ed and all
Yeah.
those guys. And yeah,
Absolutely.
maybe get a big production company with them together.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd be down for it. Make some
Yeah.
crazy things.
Yeah. We should call it A25 or something.
A25.
Yeah, A25. That's
My
a good
goodness.
idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming
All right,
on.
thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much for Ethan coming on the show. Again, if you need to see Based on Pair, go and see it. I'm going to shut up. Follow CT Plus Production. And I end this show, I don't know if you noticed, but I end this show every single time with, I'm a big Harrison Ford fan. And I want Harrison Ford to come on my show. So, Harrison Ford, if you're watching, Ethan's here. He might be directing you in the future. Maybe no.
This is your only chance to meet me, Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Harrison Ford, please come on my show. Thank you. That's Ethan. That's me. That's Chatting At. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Woo! Yeah! Woo!